I hope that you don't take it and you don't do the same thing that you did. But I hope that you accept it.
Alright, so on seeing the title of the video, so you know what I'm about to talk about. That whole entire situation which the brother, the professional clown that the police described as a thug, and him being interviewed, and then the whole Zip FM, that whole entire situation, right? So I could just jump down into it. So this brother now, during the whole taxi and bus operator strike that happened, he was one of them who was seen in video badding up some passengers to remove from a vehicle.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, y'all, come out of this. Passengers, y'all, live for y'all, warn them, man. So warn them, man. You know, ramp with the rest of the thing, play thing, boy. And nobody ramp with bumbuckler.
Yeah, that particular video there, right? And so that happened now. We see the pictures them of him online, you know, in the police custody, with him look like him a ball, you know, that go on, people kind of make fun of him and say, okay, the issue was being put to rest. Zine? And then I woke up, I saw this interview from, I must say, the Jamaica Star with him, sit down with him.
Yesterday. I was say, go there for demonstrate, you know, tell him so, no man enough to work, cause same as how we as a bus man, so we don't work, no taxi man don't work. See? Same time, see a car come up the road, stop the car, I say to the brother, say, yo, oh, we tell them so we don't work or we don't work or whatever. Same time, I pull the door, I say to them, say, yo, come out of the car. Same time, police them come round and them see me with a stick in my hand. Same time, there come the police grab me and then police said to me, say, yo, what the problem out here, whatever, we start to explain. And put me in the car, and carry me go to the station.
Like, oh, okay, a little bit odd, but I guess, I guess if I apologize, but he wasn't really apologizing. And then he's saying that he never did really a ball in the pictures them. So this brother...
You crying? No, I'm never that cry. Because the thing is, me that drink and me that sweat. And oh, it happened, same time, so my face look, water run off of my face, so they must say me I cry. So when...
And what many people are now upset with now is the fact that he went to Zip FM and was interviewed by one of the personalities there. No, me never like that at all. Me not like it none time. But just before me give you my thoughts, go and go check out piece of the interview.
Do you feel you need to apologize to them or anything?
Well, no, I don't really need to apologize to them because I don't assault none of them and I don't put my hands off on none of them and I can't say, well, the lady or mistress who do in the car could have been my mother or my father, but I don't put my hands on them. Only thing I do, I just pull the door and say, oh, get out of this now. So probably if me they put my hand on them, I would owe them an apology.
Okay. No, how do
A piece of board, but I hope that you don't take it and you don't do the same thing that you did. But I hope that you accept it is our gift from me. Let me just say that, from me, not from Sim, but from me to you. And please use it wisely. Use it wisely. It's a weapon, so use it wisely. It's not to bully passengers, but like as a defense. Like if you work a night and somebody come at you, you get me? Yeah. So that is from myself to you. All right, and thank you so much for stopping by the Z. We appreciate it so much. All right.
Respect every time.
All right.
You know, honestly, I don't think I'm very upset. But I think I'm upset because I tend not to really have them reactions there. But I'm very disappointed. Not in particular, I'm not going to blame the young lady, the person who interviewed him. But I'm just disappointed because this entire situation is exposing the reality of Jamaica. And so many people are upset. And understandably so, because it's like confirming this whole entire culture that we have right now where, you know, this idea of the performative nature of dunceness. You know, this idea of celebrating dunceness. And I think that is why a lot of persons are upset with the crime and violence and the surge that has been happening. And it seems as if this act is basically condoning all of it. I'm just like, you know what? In a time where everybody is so fixated about like likes, comments and shares because of social media, we have to understand and every single thing we need for go and highlight. Not because somebody is getting views or somebody is doing something that people might be fascinated with, that doesn't mean you have to necessarily give it a platform. Make certain things just kind of, you know, go out on its own entire course. And so I don't think that Zip should have ever facilitated or given this brother for go and say what him say. Especially the fact that he's going to say that him never believes that the people them needed to get an apology. What you did was straight up bullying. That was badmanism and all of these type of things, and something that many Jamaican people have to be dealing with on a day-to-day basis. Couple days ago, my mother got robbed in Spanish Town from people who did not put on badness. And 9 out of 10 times, these are just some simple little brother who play into the idea of making people fearful because they know everybody has step out day to day in a society with this anxiety. So I'm not making light of what he did. The fact that he didn't, like touch them in terms of like inflicting like a wound, but not giving him any pass. There were children, there were women, there were other men there. And the idea that a radio station would have even let him on the grounds, much less for go and give him a weapon. It baffles me. Like, it honestly baffles me. Like, people keep on saying Jamaica is not a real place. That is not it. How could that ever be it? The fact that the person was trying to kind of explain why that was being given. What kind of optics that? That does not make any sense. No time. It doesn't make any sense. And, you know, because I'm in the social media influencer space, one of the other things I keep on to say, there's a reason why you have traditional media sources. There's a reason why you have certain rules and legislation in certain spaces, because it can't be a free-for-all in everywhere. There are certain things that you probably can say at a dance and probably at Ribbies or over Mecca or wherever, but you cannot say it at church, or you cannot say it in the middle of the parliament. And that has to be, I don't know. You have to have a certain, you have to have people that are there for kind of govern and maintain certain policies, especially for radio and certain other platforms. As much as me love for kind of just willy-nilly and do my own thing, I also understand that there's a reason why that framework is in place. There should have been somebody there that the minute them see the button come in, even the cameraman, somebody went up on the crew said, boy, you know, this not look good, this is not it right there. You know who you should have done something like that for? The Valiant. When you have the catch at a lie, if you did, if the people that will say, okay, we're gonna give him like a big act, or we're gonna give him for put on him head, I could have said, yeah man, that kind of makes sense. Because hey, and even now with the local media, because of how the news is a fast turnaround time these days, that people are not waiting on primetime news at 7 o'clock. Everybody wants to jump out with the exclusive, get the story, reach #1 punch trending, that people are forgetting like all the other rules or all the other considerations. It's now, what can you do? Whatever you do to get the biggest attention, we have to then give it a platform. But to what end? And you have to then be very particular about who you then choose to give that platform. And this brother was not it. He literally went there and said something about the fact, say, the government is now reconsider. The government now reconsider, not the government is still maintaining their position as of now. And if you read the article or watch news, you'd realize that they're still maintaining their position.
Government now give her a chance. If me never do all of this, I'm gonna look into it now, and I tell we said we can't get amnesty, we can't get this or we can't get that.
Okay, so you're saying that the government is looking into giving you guys amnesty?
Right now, up to now, it to the drawing board right now.
Okay.
So with all of the excitement from Monday until now, I'm gonna give with the amnesty now.
Okay, so all because of what you did?
All because of what I did.
I just don't like them type of something here, and I will say this for like the people who are on social media, because most of us know we can take up a phone and we can enter this type of media space, but understand that it also comes with responsibility. And not wrong, you take a little L, you take your L, because so it up, we are going to make mistake, and you take your L, and you draw back. But we can't always be rushing to see, how we can get trending and all of this in this space, because social media can't dictate everything, because it's real life. What that brother did, you wouldn't want anybody to come to that to your mother, your sister, your daughter, your brother, anybody. You would not want that. And this idea where people can't even go take the L and go humble themselves, but no, affable trying to make something out of it. This situation is not it. And so I totally get why people are hurt. And I totally get why a lot of persons are very disappointed with the media company for even facilitating that, enabling that, for supporting that brother and giving him any space to say what I'm going to say. The only thing that he should have been doing by right is an apology tour. And saying like how he's going to at least try to do better in his own community. That is all he should have been doing. But the way all the nature of how things stay tomorrow morning, he might have a song. Tomorrow morning, he might have party or promote and all of these things. But give people a time, and I say people can get over and do better, you know. But take a little moment for go and go take a little L. You get me? Take the L and just like go back and rethink instead of trying for run down stardom now. That is not it. And you know, honestly, there are a lot of persons who right now are going to go and cuss off the station and cuss off the young lady and all of these things. And sure, that is a part of the thing. But we as Jamaicans, we need to go look for ourselves. Because this is the sort of culture that we enable. We all enable it, myself included. We all do. So when we look at instances like this and when it is staring us in our face, we can't get too upset. Because we are the same culture that we hug up badness. If you go to certain dancehall events and stuff like that, when the gunmen them step in there, there's a whole acknowledgement of their presence. In the same way when you got certain functions, when we got the Prime Minister, when he enter, are certain honorable officials. You're in a dance and you have to just know, so yo, when the people them reach in, them get them own little segment, them get them little moment of silence and their own acknowledgement. But our culture this. There was a particular artist years ago who there was a story come out about him, some domestic abuse incident. And instead of about what it wasn't like a story, it was a hammer. And what the Jamaican people do, we made it a whole pop culture thing. It became part of just like a joking conversation without recognizing the reality of the fact that women, you know, like domestic abuse is happening and somebody, whatever it was, that was really not a joking matter. There was no beat, no big apology tour at the time. We just made it part of the water cooler conversations. But that is how we are as people. So it is not something where we can just like focus on isolate this whole entire Zip FM situation with this professional clown. It's for all of us to take a real introspective type of look and to see why is it that we play into this as Jamaicans. Because all this brother, this professional clown is doing is giving us a big opportunity for us to stare ourselves in right in the eye. Look at all of the pimples and everything. That is it. We're looking at ourselves without filter. This is what this professional clown situation is doing. We are looking at ourselves right now, raw dog, without filter. We have to go confront that thing. And not until we're able to just make the changes in the culture, each home at a time, to really relearn and to move away from all of these things that we tend to always support because we think that is what the brand of Jamaica is. Because people really fully believe that to be Jamaica is to be bad. And there's a certain reason why when we try to say, yo, we're gonna perform and be a Jamaican, one of the main things is to be a bad man. Because we feel as if that is inherently what makes you a Jamaican. But I'm a Jamaican, my mother is Jamaican, several people are Jamaican, and we don't necessarily lean into those tropes. So, all of this is just an opportunity for we to examine ourselves and to see how we can do better from this. You get me? But every single thing in terms of the conversations about dunceness, in terms about crime and violence, how we treat women, all of these little things, even how we treat like inner city people, you know, with him being videoed there and the picture putting out trying to send a message, all of this entire situation is an opportunity for really to take a good look at ourselves and realize that the sad thing about it, even though Jamaica is a hot girl, we're ugly. We're ugly when we take off the makeup. We don't look good, we don't stay good, we might have to get a little design about the here and there. And that is the reality. Okay? So that is it for this entire situation. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Burritos. And whosoever watching this, if you're watching this, please go and subscribe. Since everybody I promote themselves, might as well promote myself right now. But like for the, Zip FM has put out a public statement, and that even that is kind of troubling as well, saying that the young lady, that is separate from Zip FM, but you have this big Zip FM brand in there. It's just a moment for us to take the little L there, take the L, and we'll have the conversation, and then we'll just hopefully just do better. But that is it, Burritos. Like the video, share, comment, that is it. Jesus P, man, yeah, boy, that is it, man, that is it.
I not apologize to the public for nothing at all what take place and done. Probably if Me did put my hand on one of them. Well, that's why I owe them apologize. I'm owe the whole Jamaica apologize. You know what I mean? But I don't put none on none of them, so I don't understand.